Hi, it's Scott Allen, and here's the second part of my video looking at the Welsh and Lions attacking patterns and the similarities. So if we look back to the 2009 Lions tour to South Africa, here's a punch group, and again, same way. Take the ball all the way to the far side of the field, trying to drag defenders across. When we come out to the wide shot, is there any opportunity for the spread group yet? No, South Africans got a pretty good defence line, so we've got a punch group takes it forward. And as we come back out to the wide shot, there's still no spread opportunity, so again, there's a punch. So whilst we're seeing punches here, we're still looking for the spread opportunity. It's just a matter of being patient and trying to move the defence around. Now the spread opportunity comes about. The South African defensive end is in on the 15-metre line. There's a little bit of room to move, although it's not a clean break over the gain line. So already you'll be seeing the similarity between this system and the Welsh system that I showed you in the first part of the video. This time there's a bit of a spread opportunity. There's space between the defenders and outside. They target the space between the defenders, and when the tackle's made, we'll look to see what they're doing on the next phase. Are they going same way as Wales normally do? They were to drop ball, and that's the end of the play. So in this example, the ball taken off the end of the line out, the spread group's not properly set yet, and the South African defence looks pretty good. So they're going to go first up with a punch, hoping to drag a few of those defenders in and then look for the spread, which is what they achieve. Whilst there's not a lot of room out here, they get the ball wide, and this ends up resulting in a try for Tom Croft. As we go through the further examples, you'll see some more of this attacking pattern. It's obviously something Wales use, it's something the Lions used. It's a simple system, and it's something that's very easy for guys that haven't played a lot together to get to grips with. It relies on the decision making, of course. Do they get the punch and the spread group right? And does everybody work hard to realign to make sure that there's support, particularly for the punch group? If you have a one-out runner, as I've shown you in some of the Welsh clips, it's very easy to get isolated. So here we've had the Lions going same way, forced over to one side. Nothing on in the spread group here, so they're going to go with the punch group. The South African defence was quite well spaced across the field. There's no point in moving the ball out wide where your support runners aren't, and you guys can get into the breakdown until there's an opportunity. Now you can see the opportunity coming for the spread group, and so they move it to that side of the field. Now, they come in, there's still 15 metres to go, so they move the ball same way. So the Lions have dragged everybody to as far as they can to this side of the field. Now they're going to go back to the other side. Good South African defensive line, so first up it's a punch. Now when we look at the next phase, there doesn't appear to be much on for the spread group. But it turns out that there's a prop standing in the defensive line out there. So they've got a punch group set up, the two guys in front, they go behind them to the spread group, and you can see they get a little bit of room to move out wide. The use of that punch group as a screen is something you will have seen plenty of time from Wales over the last 4 or 5 years. So on this next phase, there is a spread group out behind the punch group. They're a long way away, too hard to get the ball to them, so there's a punch group. Now the plan here obviously was to go to the spread group, but they can get out of their pattern at any time when there's an opportunity, as there was close to the ruck here for Tommy Bowe. Are we going to see this sort of pattern for the 2013 Lions? Well, it'd make a lot of sense. There's a lot of Welsh players in the squad. There's a lot of players in the squad who played on this 2009 Lions tour to South Africa. It's something they could pick up very easily. Now I don't expect they'll go with exactly the same pattern. They'll add some variations in. But the general theme of move the ball same way as far as we can one side, and then make sure that everybody works hard to get into those two groups, a punch group or a spread group. If you get caught in a spread group, come back inside, turn it into a punch group so we can get support there and not turn over the ball. The Lions will be very conscious of the fact that the Wallabies have a bit of an advantage of the loose side flanker. They don't want to give Hooper and Gill a shot at any breakdowns, so they need to stay close to their support. Obviously they'll be looking for the spread group whenever they can get to them, but don't get isolated. So here we've had things break down a little bit, and you can see Phillips again going into forwards come same way. Go as far as we can to the other sideline. Again, same way. Once we've done this, then there's a question of what's on for the spread group. And when we come back out to the wider shot, we find there's an opportunity. O'Driscoll in at 12, Roberts out at 13, and the defensive end is quite narrow for South Africa. Monya gets the ball, and of course this is the one that he dropped over the line. So to summarise, the important things about the pattern. 1, players work really hard to realign so they get into both the spread and the punch group. The spread group have to be in position quickly to take advantage of an opportunity as soon as it arises. You just don't get so many of them. The punch group have to be there so that if something goes wrong, they can take the ball on instead of the spread group, or they can be used as a screen for the ball to go behind. They hold the midfield defence. 2, decision making is critical, and the coaches will work really hard with the decision makers to make sure they're choosing the spread or the punch group correctly. 3, no pattern has to be strictly adhered to. If something else is on, break out of the pattern, take advantage of the opportunity that presents itself. I hope you found this series interesting and have got a better idea of what we might expect from the Lions from it.